Hi Libra, this is Trudy with Virtual Tarot. We will be performing, creating, Spirit and I together, your love reading for 2017. Here you go. Are you excited? Because I am. And I know it's going to be a fabulous year. I can feel it in my bones. So first card to come up for you, Page of Cups. Page of Cups. This card just came up for Cancer, and so Page of Cups speaks to young love, speaks to a youngster in love, or speaks to a youngster. And if you're learning how to read these cards, this card would have to do with an emotional youngster, someone who's very in touch with their feelings. This is somebody who also can be newly in love with being in love, someone who really isn't quite mature enough to really dive into the depths of love yet, but maybe is experiencing love for the very first time. That's a possibility for you. So Libra may be finding that there's someone around them, could be a younger person who's experiencing love for the first time and having to come to you for advice to actually help them deal with all of the emotions that go along with new love. Again, there could be a hunger for love that's not being met here. I'm hearing that as well. And that some of our Libras may find that, again, January, if they're looking for love, they need perhaps to assess what level of love they're looking for, and make sure that when you do, we're in the kitchen, we're cooking things up this year, when you're cooking up new love, young love, that you communicate out as to the level of love that you are looking for, because it's very important that we let our intentions be known to those who we're seeing, and because you don't want to mislead someone, and you don't want to create any undue sort of emotional ties that should have never been there. So it could, this card can even relate a little bit to a one-night stand, crush, and also it can mean that there's someone who comes to you, or you come to someone with a note, a love note, an email even, a sentiment, something even that comes from your lips that you really don't completely feel deep down in your bones. And so, just to be fair, to dabble in love is fun, and it can be fun for our air signs, and you're an air sign, but not so much fun if you're with a water sign or somebody who has deep emotional needs. And so, you need to just play fair. Or if you do have a lot of water in your chart, you need someone to play fair with you, because they may not see that. They may not understand that you really live, your relationship house, if it's in Venus or your moon, if they're in water, you need to know that, because you're not going to actually feel in relationship what you put out there. You're going to put out a different sort of vibe than how you really feel inside, because you're a Libra, and that's sort of the persona that we show to the world. But on the heart level, if you've got water, and go check the natal charts so that you can see your natal chart, and your spouses or your children, so you can see where all of that lives, and understand your persona and their persona better. Next card, the Magician, comes up. That's very good, and that's in the challenge position. And so it basically says be careful what you manifest, because you can manifest just about anything that you want to in the month of January. It's a pretty exciting card. It's major arcana stuff. This comes right after the Fool, so you may have this, and this is a great time to do it. You may have taken the first step toward a new adventure, or you're for the first time able to go after something that you haven't been able to go after because you've been kind of weighed down with responsibility. So this card would point to the fact that you may have this immature, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but sort of this immature passion for a new beginning in a certain way, or someone may be coming to you with an offer that's not quite, how shall we say this, grounded in the emotional cement that you're looking for. But be careful, because you can create just about whatever you want to right now, and you want to make sure that whatever you create has depth, I guess. Now, the next card to come up for you, Libra, is the Devil. So you get two major arcana cards coming up, the Magician and the Devil. And the Magician is really about manifesting. As you can see, he has all of the symbols of each of the elements here on the table, which means he has full and complete command of all of his intellect, his heart, his charisma, passion, and also his ability to create from that something that is manifested on the earth plane. So he can take all of these elements and create magic, and he's a lightning rod, more or less. So that's a pretty cool card to come up. The Houdini card comes up for you. You create magic, and then the next thing you know, that magic unexpectedly could take a turn, whereas you may find yourself in a relationship with someone or something that's not very healthy. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the person that you're with is unhealthy. It can mean that some of the tendencies that the two of you have together are unhealthy. And every relationship is different, because every person who we're with will bring out different sort of desires and urges, and you know, we see different things in different people. And so if you're looking for a relationship, just be a little bit careful that you don't fall into something that's not as healthy for you, perhaps, as another relationship. And here again, we have a power struggle going on, whereas you feel as if you're chained to the person who you are with, although you're really truly not. If you look at the card, you'll see that these two individuals could walk out and away at any moment, but they choose to stay. And so there's some unhealthy dealings going on here. And again, this could be about a situation that has to do with family, or you know, someone in the family isn't doing as well, and so there's codependency between the two of you. If you have a child, and your partner maybe is you know, you're feeling as if they're dumping on you. That's what I'm hearing, or they're checking out even with their addictive vices. That might have you also not only running after this child, but it might have you running after them as well, and trying to be the caretaker, and trying to keep everything in balance, which is exactly what you do. You like everything to be nice and balanced, but also hearing for some of our Libras, they may want balance so badly within a situation that they're willing to say anything to keep the magic going, so to speak. That's the challenge, to keep manifesting the dream, whatever that may be to you. But within that, the balance is a little toxic, because you're not really, either you or the person who you are in this relationship with, it's very materialistic. And so because of that, you're attached to one another for things and not for true love. And I'm hearing that from your spirit guides, because it's kind of like flattening out, sort of, so to speak, for some of you. And then for others of you, you know, I mean, there is a time to just play and not take everything so seriously and to get in a little bit of trouble. And so I do see some of this for some of you who are in relationship, just kind of having fun together. You know, it's like the pan moment. It's the carnal moment. It's the moment where you just go off and you go, you're free, and you know, I don't know, you're just living it up. It's hedonism, I guess, is what I'm saying. So not the worst thing always. Sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes we need to be silly and not so serious, and within relationship. I see that as well. Another possibility. Last card to come up is Queen of Pentacles. That's interesting. So there's a woman, this is a people card, a woman who's an earth sign or has some earth in her chart, who's holding home and hearth together, and that could be you. She's very grounded. She keeps everything going. She has control of the finances within the situation. She's the one with the purse, and if there are strings attached to this purse, it could mean that the purse, whomever owns the purse or is in charge of the purse, which looks to be a female, she could use that purse to tie someone down, and that's a possibility as well. This necessarily isn't you. It could be your mother who has the purse, and there are strings attached to that, and insincere communication may be going on because of this person, and there could be a codependent relationship happening here because there is, I'm going to call her a heavyweight in the financial arena. She almost is the keeper of the kid, I should say, and so, but the challenge is, how do you stay in that situation and get everything that you want to get out of it, which you have been getting a lot out of it, manifesting your dreams because of this relationship. This can also point to the fact that if you're a Libra and you're looking again for a new relationship, that there is a good one on the horizon after you break the tie. Again, if you're a male Libra with this codependent relationship, that's another thing that they're telling me. And that at the end of the rainbow, there is someone who's very solid and isn't as interested in partying with you as they are in helping you create a sensible life. And so that's pretty nice too. So there you go. There's your reading. And if you have questions, please go to myvirtualtarot.com and look at the readings. I do personal and private readings, audio readings. Mostly I can do Skype, and also natal charts if you'd like to get an idea of what you're dealing with here. You get a snapshot audio file of your spouse and yourself, or your partner and yourself, or your potential partner and yourself. You can go and get that. They're really intense, and it's a good thing to understand. We can lead you through that. Then again, I wanted to mention that we will be doing these classes. I'm still wrapping my head around it, so don't give up. It should happen end of January. And I think that's it. If you want to register on the site to read for donation only, go to the register tab up top right. And if you want to get a reading donation only, it's a message board. So just search the message board. These are amateur readers, and we're trying to give each other a little bit of practice. Okay, so thanks so much. Thank you again for joining me in the kitchen. It's my DIY kitchen, and I also have my DIY necklace made out of a brooch. See you in February.